Thank you very much, John Romkema, tonight's public address announcer here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. John Arter and Tom Kendra bringing you all the action here on MCC TV as the Grace Christian Bible Tigers come over from the Grand Rapids area to take on the Jayhawks. Jayhawks' first game of the year.
Yeah, John, it's a crazy year without any doubt. February 13th, and we're having our opening game. You know, at this time last year, the Jayhawks had played 22 games by this point.
That sounds like what Grace Christian has. They've played 19, counting games they were able to play back in October. A lot of them were out of the state, so
certainly a big advantage having that many games, and this is just the opener for the Jayhawks. But let's see how quickly we adapt.
Jayhawks win the tip. Man-to-man defense by the Tigers. There's a drive by Lewis. A little bit short off the glass. Rebounded by Fitzpatrick. Van Leet. Fitzpatrick. Pass down. It is stolen away. Pass is stolen by Miskell. Leaves it for Tierman. Tierman. Shot knocked out of bounds by Muskegon. It'll be Tiger ball.
Yes, we're coming to you today from behind the plexiglass, John,
yes.
Here on the court side here at Bartels Road. No spectators in the stands, so really fans have to come to us. This is your place for Jayhawk basketball.
Behind the plexiglass makes us feel like our friend Terry Ficarelli and maybe calling a hockey game.
That's right.
So Grace Christian with a drive, putting it up and in is Bree Van Vliet.
First points of the game, Bree Van Vliet. She's a junior out of Fremont High School, so a little local flavor there. Incidentally, this is the Grace Christian varsity team, so they have seniors and juniors while we just have freshmen and sophomores.
Van Vliet with a rebound. Over to Fitzpatrick. Three-point shot does not go for George. Jayhawks with a rebound. Tierman to Pringle. Still man-to-man defense by the Tigers. Jeffries, 10 on the shot clock. Pringle, bounce pass down low, turnaround jumper. Does not go for Lewis, but there's a whistle. Our first foul of the game. And that will go against Fitzpatrick.
As you would expect, John, here at the community college level, a lot of new faces for the Jayhawk women. They have no returning starters. These are 5 new starters, a couple familiar faces.
Nice soft touch. Goes through the cylinder for Lewis. Then the Jayhawks are on the board. Off the iron with the second shot. Fitzpatrick on the near wing. The drive, puts it up and in.
Oh, and they stole the inbounds.
Steal by Van Vliet, and Van Vliet is fouled right away by Lewis.
Careless turnover there, John, on the inbounds pass. Jason Cooper, the third-year coach of MCC. He's once again assisted by Nicole Decker. They don't like to see those kind of mental mistakes.
No, they're calling the foul was in the act of shooting. So Jayhawks need a player down in the post. A little short on the first free throw. And she makes the second.
You know, John, I thought my eyes were deceiving me, but it looks like they've painted the floor here at Bartels Road.
Official stopped the game to get the shot clock adjusted.
But yeah, I was saying now the area inside the three-point arc is
Yes.
is a painted gray, kind of a interesting look. I guess you know exactly if you're inside the arc or not by the color of the floor.
Right. And also the lane, will be able to tell who's in the lane for 3 seconds, which is a rare call nowadays.
That's right. Jayhawks struggling here early offensively, John. They're, like I said, a lot of new faces, and it's also their first game of the year.
Pass down low, nearly goes out of bounds, trying to save it. Goes off a Jayhawk. It will still be Grace Christian ball here. 7:13 left to go first quarter.
Yeah, Julia Tierman caught that ball right in her face, but she's a tough player. Remember her from a year ago, Julia Tierman, a sophomore from Mona Shores.
Van Vliet shot a little too hard off the glass. Tierman with a rebound. In the corner, posting up. Shot does not go for Jeffries. Offensive board for Lewis is good.
What a great job on the offensive glass there for the Jayhawks. 2 offensive rebounds, and Trina Lewis from Reese Puffer gets the Jayhawks' first field goal of the season.
Drive by Fitzpatrick, too hard off the glass. Nice rebound there by Miskell. Quickly ahead, Jeffries. Little drive, reverse layup is blocked. Pringle, back to Jeffries. Jayhawks set up their offense with 13 on the time. Now Tierman. In the corner, Miskell. Offensive board. Pringle back to Lewis. Cannot finish, but Lewis is fouled. Megan George called for the foul. Tom, the Jayhawks did a good job of moving that ball around, trying to get that open shot.
Yeah, they did. That was I'm really impressed with the rebounding of the Jayhawks so far. Really active on the glass. Trina Lewis and Casey Jeffries. Mariah Pringle. So not a lot of depth on this team, though, John. That's what worries me. Only 9 players on the Jayhawks roster.
Lewis, good on the first free throw. She has all the Jayhawk points thus far. She makes them both. Sydney Bowl checks in for the Jayhawks for Lewis.
Sydney Bowl, a freshman from Fruitport. Once again, John, a strong local flavor on this Lady Jayhawks team. 6 of the 9 Jayhawks are local players. Different from the men, they have no local players.
3-point shot is good by Megan George.
Yeah, beautiful 3-point shot there.
The Tigers retake the lead by 3. Tierman. Pringle, 3-point shot, in and out. Ball goes out of bounds. Off Grace Christian, Jayhawk ball.
Great job that time by Casey Jeffries battling for the rebound, and by battling away, that caused the ball to go out of bounds off of Grace Christian.
Pass out to Pringle. Pass down low is stolen by Van Vliet.
Jayhawks some sort of zone defense here all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's a nice 2-3 zone. Another long shot doesn't go. Offensive board by Libby. Now Libby nails a 3.
Wow, the Tigers look to be a pretty darn good 3-point shooting team. That I don't know if that zone's going to work, John.
Well, they're up by 6 after the last 2 3-pointers. 4:51 left first quarter. And there's a answer, a nice three by Tierman.
Wow, beautiful answer there by Tierman. You know, Julia Tierman and Casey Jeffries, they were role players a year ago, and they're going to have to step up and play key roles this year.
Now Van Vliet resets the Tiger offense. Now Van Vliet. Little drive, layup does not go. There's an offensive board. Putback doesn't go. Tipped around. Saved there by Hamer. Tierman. Drive underneath. Reverse layup does not go. Ball tipped out of bounds by Muskegon. Shayla Arter in the game for the Jayhawks. 4:06 left to go first quarter. Tatum. Van Vliet. Top of the key. Three-point shot is good by George. That's her second tray of the game.
Wow, so far the Tigers are killing us with the long ball, John. We got to get out on those shooters because they can shoot it.
Hamer. Reverse layup is good. Tanae Hamer.
She is one of those three returnees that we mentioned, and that was an impressive take to the basket. She's an athletic player. She can shoot and drive.
Little push shot does not go. Rebound by Bowl. Arter, three-point shot doesn't go. Libby with a rebound. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Van Vliet, top of the key. Partial block there. Nice job there by Jeffries. And the ball is stolen away by Van Vliet. Van Vliet working through three Jayhawks. Pulls up and puts it in.
Wow, again, careless in the backcourt by the Jayhawks. Like you said, a great block by Casey Jeffries, but then they turn it over. Bree Van Vliet having a good game out of Fremont.
Yeah, she's very athletic. Good ball control, and when she gets covered, she dishes it out to some of those three-point marksmen. Now Libby, far wing with the drive, lays it up and in. Timeout, Muskegon. 2:09 left to go first quarter. 18-10, Grace Christian with the lead over Muskegon Community College. John Arter and Tom Kendra back here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. The Tigers of Grace Christian with an 8-point lead to start out here in the first quarter. 2:09 left.
Yeah, we were talking during the break there, John. All the players required to wear a mask this year in the Western Conference. Some of them are wearing them correctly. Others are wearing them like chin straps.
Yes, they are. In the corner, three-point shot does not go. Kick back out. No. Ramirez. Ball is still controlled by the Jayhawks. Now Tierman, far wing, three-point shot off the iron. Hook with the rebound.
Couple good looks there for the Jayhawks. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Tatum. Fitzpatrick. Far side. Three-point shot is good by Van Vliet.
Yeah, Jason Cooper sticking with this 2-3 zone, and so far the Tigers are absolutely tearing it apart with their three-point shooting.
Pass down low, tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. Jayhawk ball.
A lot of new faces out there, John.
Yes.
The one face we're really missing, Ayanna Brown. Remember her from Fruitport. She was a first-team All-American last year for the Jayhawks. One of only 3 in school history for women's basketball.
Three-point shot does not go for Hamer. And Rapids Christian ball. Fitzpatrick. Good defense by the Jayhawks. Now Van Vliet. Near wing, now with the drive, cuts across the lane. Fitzpatrick. Nice, good hands there by Hamer. Tipping the ball away, Jayhawks steal it away. 28 seconds left in the quarter. 3-point shot doesn't go. Offensive board, Lewis could not hang on.
Yeah, so far, John, the difference in this game is the shooting, 3-point shooting. Grace Christian can't miss, and Jayhawks can't buy one. That time, a wide open look for Vermeres off the mark.
Van Vliet, nope. Offensive board is good by Hook.
Hook, the tallest player by a long shot out there, 6'2", put in the rebound.
That does it for the first quarter here at Bartell's Roadie. It's Grand Rapids, Grace Christian 23 and Muskegon 10. We'll be right back. John Arter and Tom Kendra back here at Bartell's Roadie, a 23-10 lead for Grace Christian Bible. And as Tom mentioned earlier, it's the varsity team. They do not have a JV team. So seniors and juniors are included on this Tiger team.
Yeah, that's a big factor so far, along with the other, which is that they played 19 games.
Yes, they have.
And this is just the opener for the Jayhawks, and I think that's a big reason why we're down by 13 points.
Tierman, pass down low. Jeffries. Now Lewis. Tierman, pass goes out of bounds. It's Tiger ball.
You know, we've gotten pretty spoiled here over the last few years doing Jayhawk basketball. They've won 22 games, 23 games, and last year 25 games.
Yes.
And last year the men, they won 21 games in a row.
Undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, so.
Their season shortened with COVID last year. They had good potential to make a nice run in the tournament, but things were shut down everywhere.
That was truly heartbreaking. They had really a once-in-a-lifetime team, maybe. Seeded number 3 in the national tournament when it was canceled by COVID.
Megan George hits one from the near wing. She now has 8, as does Van Vliet. Pass down low. In the corner. 3-point shot does not go for Jeffries.
Another good look that time by the Jayhawks. I like that time. They worked it inside out. Jeffries a wide open look that she normally knocks down, but nothing's going today.
Now Hook with a push shot. Jeffries with a rebound. Tierman along the far side. Puts the shot up, partially blocked. Jump ball. Arrow in favor of the Tigers.
MCC just trying to find its offensive rhythm here. It's been like pulling teeth so far, John.
Yes, that it has. Van Vliet, far side, draws the foul as Lewis leans into Van Vliet and gets called for the foul. That's her second, Trina's second foul. And Van Vliet goes to the line to shoot 3. Bree good on the first.
Yeah, this Van Vliet out of Fremont, she's a pretty crafty player. Drawing that foul to get 3 free throws.
She makes the first 2. She makes all 3.
And that's the way you do it, John. You get up to the free throw line and you make your free throws.
That she did. And it's an 18-point lead for Grace
Jayhawks are
Christian.
in trouble.
Now Lewis. Pringle. Ball tipped away. Tierman. Jeffries. 8 on the shot clock. Pringle, drive on the baseline. Ball goes out of bounds. Knocked out by Grace Christian. Jayhawk ball with 4 on the shot clock. Bounce pass in, Lewis. Shot is blocked, but she is also fouled by Megan George. That's Megan's 3rd foul. Check at that. That's her 2nd foul, 3rd team foul. Lewis to the line. Trina makes the first free throw.
So far, Trina Lewis has been pretty much our only offensive weapon.
Yes.
5'10" freshman out of Reese Puffer. She's playing well. Just needs some help.
She chases down the rebound. Now Pringle. And a travel on Muskegon.
Jayhawks lost a lot of offensive firepower off last year's team. We talked about Ayanna Brown averaging better than 16 points a game. They also lost Yasmin Cologne. You remember her?
Yes,
she could
sure
she
do.
could score in bunches, along with Tiara Williams, Gracie Reinhold. So a lot of work for Coach Cooper to do.
Drive by Libby, lays it up and in. Now Arter across the midcourt line. Check there by Van Vliet. Pringle called for the travel. It was an awkward pass and just trying to get control of that caused that travel.
Yeah, those travel calls, sometimes they let that go when really technically it is a travel.
Libby leaves it for Fitzpatrick. Van Vliet, 3-point shot, doesn't go. Battle for the ball. And it's controlled by the Tigers. Kick down low. Fitzpatrick puts the shot up and in and is fouled.
Oh, everything's going in, John, for
Yes,
Grace
it is.
Christian.
That it is. Trina Lewis called for her 3rd foul. Fitzpatrick completes the 3-point play.
Like you mentioned, John, the 3rd foul on Trina Williams. She's been our main offensive weapon, and now she's got to go to the bench.
Yes.
Likely, maybe, for the rest of this half.
6:40 left to go in the half. Jeffries, little bounce pass, Miskell. There to pick it up, it still does not go in. There's a lid on that basket, Tom.
Wow, there sure is.
Sydney Bowl is right there to pick that up and put it back in, and it just rolled around the rim and back out. Bowl to the line to shoot 2. Good on the first. She makes them both.
Well, a couple of nice free throws there by Sydney Bull, freshman out of Fruitport. We got a couple of Trojans on the team, Kenna Vermeris and Sydney Bull.
Libby. Pass is deflected and stolen away by Hamer. Harder, top of the key. Too hard. Follows her shot, kicks it back out.
Great offensive rebound following her shot there by Shayla Arter.
Shot does not go for Hamer. Tigers the other way. Fitzpatrick. Hook. 10 on the shot clock. Van Vliet, baseline drive, kicks it over. Outside shot is good. Libby with the tray.
Wow, the onslaught continues from behind the arc.
Arter, top of the key. Ball is touched by the Tigers, out of bounds. Jayhawk ball.
Today's game is the first of 14 scheduled games that the Jayhawks have this year. 7 of them at home, 7 on the road.
Top of the key, 10 seconds left. Outside shot off the iron. Offensive board does not go for Miskell. And Miskell is called for the foul.
Again, good hustle again that time by Nia Miskell out of Muskegon. You know, the Jayhawks are being aggressive. They're hustling. You just can't make a shot. I'm almost scared at halftime here to go and get that stat sheet and see what the percentage is. It may be shockingly low.
Yeah, I think so. First game of the year. Libby leaves it there for Tatum. Now Van Vliet. 3-point shot does not go. Rebounded by Arter. Hamer. Ball along the baseline. And Miskell too hard off the backboard. Tiger ball. Bounce pass down low. Shot goes up and in for Reese.
Yeah, Reese, she's listed as 6 foot. She's all of that. Hard assignment for Nia Miskell.
Jeffries. Miskell. Shot doesn't go. Van Vliet with a rebound. Off to the side, 3-point shot off the back of the iron. And Reese is right there to pick up that loose ball and is fouled. Foul on Shayla Arter. Jada Reese at the line to shoot 2. Reese good on the first free throw.
I should give a shout out, John, to MCC Athletic Director Marty McDermott. I see him across the way there, just for allowing the Jayhawks to have a season here.
1 of 2.
Normally there's 10 teams in the Western Conference. This year there was only 5. Half of the teams in the conference decided not to play because of the COVID pandemic, but
Pringle with a shot is fouled. She'll go line to shoot 2 as Reese picks up her second foul.
You know, I asked Marty before the game about the decision to actually play this season. Well, the easiest thing would have been just to bag it like a lot of teams did. Kalamazoo, Kellogg, just to name a couple. Jackson isn't playing, Lansing. And he just said, you know, he wanted to do it. He was determined to, they hung in there and followed the protocols. And, hey, thank you to Marty.
Yes.
These kids are getting a chance to play. You know, maybe not a full season. Like I said, 14 games. But, hey, it's better than nothing, right?
Sure is. Sure is. Very dedicated by Marty. And they moved it off into 3 different divisions. A Western Division, a North Division, and a Metro Division over near the Detroit area. Now Reese. Hook. Nice easy bucket for Ashley Hook.
Great ball movement there. They look like a team that's playing their 20th game of the year.
Yes.
Just picking apart that zone defense there.
Van Vliet comes away with the ball. Outside shot there by Fitzpatrick. Van Vliet with the offensive board and the putback.
Nobody bothered to block her out that time, John, and Bree Van Vliet. Like we mentioned, the junior from Fremont, she's having a great homecoming here.
That she is. We have a whistle along the baseline. The foul will be on Reese. That's number 3 on Jada Reese. That's only the 4th foul this quarter on the Tigers. So next foul, the Jayhawks will be going to the line. Inbounds right there to Bowl. Back to Jeffries, 3-point shot. Short of the mark. Fitzpatrick with the rebound. Little head fake. Puts the shot up on the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Hook. Ball goes out of bounds. Still Grace Christian ball.
Boy, I don't think halftime can come soon enough for the Jayhawks this morning, John.
Right.
Down 29 here in the first half.
Now Rupert. Back to Fitzpatrick. Hook. Turnaround shot does not go. Hook gets the rebound. Now Pringle gets the rebound and is fouled. That foul will be on Borgman. That's her first. And they'll walk the distance. With this being the 5th foul, the Jayhawks will shoot 2 free throws, for Pringle. Mariah good on the first free throw. Second one off the iron.
I mentioned, John, how spoiled we've been here. Last year, the MCC women were 25-5. They won the 10-team Western Conference, but they weren't even the best team. The men's team was 26-4. Just a tough act to follow.
Yes, it is. The series between these two teams is tied at 1 game apiece. Just playing in the last couple of years in 2018 and 2019.
I believe Grace Christian is a rather new school, new athletic program in the Grand Rapids area.
Yeah, it's down in Wyoming area, which is southwest part of Grand Rapids. Outside shot by Ball, hits the iron. And called for hitting the baseline is Tierman. Stepping on the baseline, it'll be Tiger ball.
Yeah, Grace Christian could be one of those schools that, while they're playing, they could be recruiting some of these Jayhawk players to come play for them next year.
True. Tatum. Fitzpatrick. 8 on the shot clock. Rupert. There was Hook just waiting for that rebound. Could not finish. And Hamer comes away with it for the Jayhawks with a drive, draws the foul. Tanae Hamer with a nice drive.
Yeah, nice, a little out of control there, but I'd rather see that aggressive drive to the basket than settling for jump shots. Jayhawks have done way too much of that in the first half.
Hamer makes the first free throw. She makes them both. Shot clock is off. 23 seconds left in the half. Fitzpatrick just letting the time wind down for the last shot. A 3-second call, the rare 3-second call.
Yeah, they must have heard you talking earlier in the game about rarely called. I think the ref looked at you, John, after he called that. Said, hey, we call it once in a while.
He said, yeah, that's why it's shaded outside the lane. Make it better for us to see. 5 seconds left. Hamer with a drive. Kicks it back out. Pringle with a putback. It's good, and it will count.
Hey, all right. Couple buckets there to end the half.
And we're at halftime here at Bartels Rody. Our score, Grace Christian 43 and Muskegon 19. You're watching Jayhawk basketball on MCC TV. We're at halftime here at Bartels Rody Gymnasium. Grace Christian with a 43-19 lead over the Jayhawk women's team. And our halftime guest is Nicole Decker, the assistant coach here for the Jayhawks. And Coach, welcome. There's a lot of people that didn't think we were going to play this year because of COVID that came in at the tail end of last year, and a lot of protocols were put in place.
Yeah, it has definitely been an interesting year. You know, I mean, we've seen lots of teams in our conference that are just not going to play, and we're disappointed. We'd love to see everybody in our conference, you know, be out here, be able to compete, chance to succeed. We're happy that MCC has given us this opportunity to continue to play. We're very thankful that there are teams that we can still play and we get to chase the title.
Right. Well, Marty McDermott, the athletic director, helped put things in place. And what are some of the protocols? We know, you know, the mask and the 6-foot distance, washing your hands, you know, things like that. What were some of the other protocols that were put in place through the AD in the school to ensure the Jayhawks able to play this year?
Yeah, so they fill out a health screening every day. We check that before practice for them to be able to come into the gym, for them to be able to go to study hall, all that kind of stuff. Before they show up, they have to have that on hand. You know, there is a quarantine period if anybody has been exposed to COVID or was around somebody that tested positive. We just have all kinds of, it's plenty of stuff, but we mostly go by CDC guidelines. And so Marty's been communicating those things with us to make sure that we're all kind of following those rules. And, you know, MCC had the opportunity for a lot of staff members to get vaccinated. And so,
wonderful.
Yeah, hopefully we're moving in a more positive direction.
How often are the players tested as things go on?
MCC is not currently testing student
Okay.
athletes, yeah.
Okay. But if they do test positive, if they're feeling bad, then they'll move forward in that area.
Yeah.
Well, you're playing Grace Christian. The series is 1-1. It's a nice new series that started back in 2018. Each team winning one. But they've played like 19 games already, counting back to October. They've traveled into Tennessee and a lot of other places.
Yeah.
This is the Jayhawks' first game, and it kind of shows a little bit offensive, defensive.
Can you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is, as much as, you know, we would love to say, like, we know where we're at and we're ready. I think that's game experience is just invaluable, and they have had that, and it's very clear. And we know that our team is building right now. I mean, this week was the first week that we could scrimmage in practice for like 2.5 months. So, you know, we knew that this was going to be a challenge, and we're just happy to be able to have this challenge. I think that Grace, they have good players, you know, they have really great shooters, and so they're working really hard, and they've had, you know, quite a few months to do that, whereas we have not, but at least we have the opportunity now. Yes,
well, you have a freshman that started out well there in Trina Lewis out of Reese Buffer.
Yes.
She had 6 points, but then she had to sit down for a while. She picked up her 3rd foul in the first half, and obviously you have to slow her down. You don't want her out of the game too quick.
Yes, absolutely. Trina's been great for us. She hustles, she works really hard, and she's very athletic. So I think she's going to be a great player, and she's going to grow a lot this year.
Yes. Well, Coach, as you're bringing things together, we wish you the best in this second half, and look forward to seeing you the next game.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Assistant coach Nicole Decker of the Jayhawk women's basketball team. Now we get set to start the 3rd quarter. Jayhawks find themselves down 43-19 as my partner Tom Kendra joins us here along courtside. Jayhawks will inbound the ball over on the near side.
Almost forgot my glasses there, John. These glasses are the best thing. I can now actually see the game going on this year. So that's a big change.
We all reach that age. Outside shot does not go. You notice it, well, with the old phone books and newspapers and things like that, where, geez, it takes the eyes a little bit to focus. And a little bit of cheaters can help. Now Grace Christian, drive by Van Vliet, kicks it back out. Top of the key, outside shot is good by Libby. They pick up right where they left off, behind the arc.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I missed your interview. What did Coach Decker have to say about that first half?
Well, we talked briefly about the first half. This is their first game. They've only been able to scrimmage in the last week, so they haven't been together too much. They're just happy to be able to compete on the court. And we talked a little bit about the COVID protocols and what has been put in place and how hard the athletic director, Marty McDermott, has worked to give the Jayhawks the opportunity to play this year where half the teams have decided not to.
That's right, and we're just thankful for that opportunity and for our livelihood here, John. We can continue broadcasting basketball games.
Fitzpatrick, far wing. Kicks it back out. 3-point shot. Does not go. Hook with the rebound. Now the Jayhawks get the ball. Lewis. In the paint, puts it up and in. Trina Lewis now with 8 points.
Yeah, she was one of the few bright spots for the Jayhawks in the first half, but then she got those 3 fouls and spent, almost the last 7 minutes of the half on the bench. So good to see her back out there.
There's a drive by Van Vliet. Uses the glass, puts it in.
Yeah, Bree Van Vliet, like we mentioned, a homecoming of sorts. She's a Fremont Packer. She's now got 15 points. She's having a great game.
They missed her in her last game when they lost to Goshen College. But she's back now and very strong. Back-to-back blocks. Miskell does not give up. And the third time is fouled. Will go to the line to shoot 2.
That's like I said in the first half, John. You really can't fault the effort of the Jayhawks. They're scrappy. They're coming up with loose balls, offensive rebounds. They just can't make anything.
Miskell misses on the first. Second shot is good as she splits the pair.
Hey, John, I see another familiar face has entered the building with his camera over there, Peter Carisno.
Yes.
He's a longtime administrator here at Community College and also the official photographer of the Jayhawk basketball team.
He captures a lot of the happenings here at MCC. Megan George with a shot. It's good. It's 49-22. Jeffries. The pass goes out of bounds as the Jayhawk player was cutting towards the basket at the same time of the pass.
Well, that's the kind of thing you see in a first game.
Yes.
Once again, like I mentioned at the outset, at this point last year, the Jayhawks had played 22 games. And here they are just playing their first.
Outside shot is good for 3 for George. We have a timeout, 6:46 left to go here in the third quarter. 52-22, Grace Christian. John Harder and Tom Kendra back here at Bartell's Roadie. First game for the Jayhawks. It shows physically, and their shots are not right there yet, but it'll come around as opposed to the visiting Grace Christian playing their 20th game of the season.
It'll be interesting to see how the Jayhawks look the next time they are at home, which is on March 2nd. They will have 3 away games. Probably be a whole different team by then.
Van Vliet with the steal. Reverse layup doesn't go. She is fouled. And they're calling the foul on Hamer. That's her first. Van Vliet, good on the first free throw.
Van Vliet's doing a great job running the show here as the point guard for the Tigers. She's a great floor general.
Misses on the second, an offensive board there for the Tigers. George with the drive, draws the foul. And another quick foul by Hamer. Timeout, 6:09 left to go third quarter. Grace Christian 54, Muskegon 22. John Arter and Tom Kendra back at Bartels Road. I want to say thank you to Eric Taylor and Rod Van Norwick of MCC TV, bringing you Jayhawk basketball. They do a great job producing, directing, and the camera shots. Drive by George. And the foul will be on Tierman. George at the line to shoot two. George is good on the first.
The Grace Christian men's team has rolled in here, John. This is actually their JV team. They have a JV and a varsity. The Jayhawks will be playing the Grace Christian JV right after this.
The JV team has played 9 games thus far. They're 5-4 on the season. Pass goes out of bounds. Jayhawk turnover.
Meanwhile, the Jayhawks playing their first game of the year. They'll be putting their school record 21-game winning streak on the line. See if they can extend that maybe a few games here into the 2021 season.
That would be nice. Turnaround shot does not go. Loose ball. Picked up there by Libby. Tatum. Now Van Vliet behind the line. 3-point shot is good. 19 points there for Bree Van Vliet.
Just an incredible game for her. Not only the shooting, but again, like I mentioned, the leadership on the floor, bringing the ball up, running the offense.
Lewis with a shot, doesn't go. Foul. Will be on Megan George. That's number 3 on Megan. Trina Lewis at the line. Nice touch. Drops through the net.
She's a good-looking freshman player, John. 5'10" freshman out of Reese Puffer.
She sure is. Very composed. Good shot. Makes 1 of 2 there.
We may have jinxed her there on that second free throw.
Happens almost every time. Jayhawk ball. Hamer to inbound. Pass down low. Miskell is fouled. Jada Reese with foul number 4.
Coach Cooper likes the aggressive take to the basket there. He was up and cheering as Nia Miskell. She missed the shot, but she earned herself a couple free throws.
Nia is good on the first free throw. She makes them both. Nia Miskell.
We mentioned Coach Jason Cooper is in just his 3rd year here as the head coach at MCC. He's a Benton Harbor native, but he previously coached 11 years at Lake Michigan College, including leading them to a national runner-up finish in 2012. So we have an experienced head coach here. He's going to have a lot of work to do with this young team.
Yes, he will, to harness that talent. Top of the key off the backboard, rebounded there by Lewis. Tierman across the midcourt line.
That was one of the few long shots by the Tigers that was really off the mark.
Jeffries off the iron. Loose ball. Nearly stolen away, and now it is. And they're going to call a foul, not a tie-up. Many times they call a jump ball, but they're going to call a foul here. That'll be on Borgman.
I think that was a good call there,
yes.
The foul. Cause
yes.
Yeah, so often they immediately call the jump ball, even if someone is, clearly fouled someone in order to tie them up.
Trina Lewis. Hamer. Little left-hand layup is good.
Nice strong take to the basket there by Tanae Hamer. She was the leading returning scorer for the Jayhawks, 5'6" sophomore out of Hudsonville.
Hook. Ball is stolen. No. Yes.
Yes, no.
It's Lewis. Lewis too hard off the glass. Ooh, and one off the head right there on the near side. As Libby was not ready for that, it'll be Jayhawk ball.
Jayhawks definitely playing with more energy here in the second half.
Inbound pass the ball. Tierman. Hamer. Checked by Tatum. Jeffries. Near wing. Shot is up. Doesn't go. Van Vliet with a rebound. Van Vliet. Little dish down low. Whistle down in the post. Bowl called for her first foul. Borgman at the line.
Casey Jeffries, the sophomore from Whitehall, having a tough shooting night, but we remember her from a year ago. She's got a beautiful shooting touch. I'm sure that'll come back as the season goes on.
Borgman misses on the first. Misses on both. Now Tierman. Jeffries cuts across the lane. Too close. Ball with the offensive board, and it's stolen away. We have a whistle. Borgman again called for the foul. That's number 3 on Alexa. Sydney Bowl at the line, shooting 2. Bowl, good on the first. Second one in and out. Pass down low, and it's touched by Bowl, goes out of bounds. Still Tiger ball.
You know, John, one of the big adjustments these Jayhawks are going to have to make, players like Casey Jeffries and Julia Tierman, just role players a year ago, stepping up to being the leaders of this team. And that takes some time, and it's a whole different mentality.
Yes, you're right, Tom. It will take a little bit of time, but Coach Cooper and assistant coach Decker, they know how to harness that talent and help them out and get things moving forward. Hamer off the iron. Offensive board, stolen away. Van Vliet with those quick hands. Dishes it off unselfishly and puts it up and in as Libby.
What a beautiful dime there by Bree Van Vliet. Just dished it off for an easy 2.
Hamer. Van Vliet with the rebound. Bree will slow it down here. Minute 52 left here in the third quarter. Hook. Van Vliet from the free throw line's good.
She's doing it all, John. How many points is that for Bree?
21 points for Bree.
Wow. She must like those morning starts, that 11 a.m. tip-off. She was alert and ready to go.
Tierman, far wing. Carter cuts across the lane, tries to dish down low, and we have a whistle. Another foul on the Tigers. Tatum called for the foul. Her first. Vermeers checks into the game for the Jayhawks. Harder makes the second shot. Her first point of the game. 1:10 left, third quarter.
Jayhawk men are heading down to get suited up for their game coming up right after this, but just a reminder, no spectators once again at MCC games this year. They've got to listen to us, John, to get their Jayhawk fix on MCC TV.
Pass to Van Vliet. Baseline, kicks it back out. Tatum with the drive. Turns into a pass, if you will. Three-point shot is good by George.
Wow, they just can't miss that time. Megan George, she was falling to the right, off 1 foot. Still nothing but net.
Tatum, far side. Tatum chases down a loose ball, called for over and back. Jayhawk ball on the near side. Shot clock is off, 23 seconds left, third quarter.
It's pretty tough playing your opening game, John, against a varsity team. It's pretty good varsity team too. Good inside-out combination here for Grace Christian.
A varsity team that has 20 games under its belt. Rebound, George. 5 seconds left. Van Vliet, spin move, puts it up and in.
Oh, beautiful.
Right at the buzzer. After 3 quarters of play here at Bartels Rhodey, it's Grace Christian 70, Muskegon 29. John Arter and Tom Kendra back here at Bartels Rhodey Gymnasium. Jayhawks playing their first game of the year, and it's mid-February. Playing a varsity team that has 19 games under its belt and playing very well today at Bartels Rhodey.
Yes, they're shooting it very well on top of everything you just said. You know, Jason Cooper, he would love to have Ayanna Brown or Tiara Williams or Yasmin Cologne to put in, but they've moved on, so all you can really do is coach up the kids you have.
George puts the ball up and in. Hamer travels. Tiger ball.
Good call there by the official, but Hamer, one of the more aggressive Jayhawks. He just sometimes is a little bit out of control, but certainly a lot of potential there.
Rupert. Tatum. Van Vliet with the offensive board. Kicks it over to Rupert. Rupert does not finish. Vermeres with a rebound for the Jayhawks. Hamer. The left-hander doesn't go.
A lot of the shots the Jayhawks normally make just are not falling today.
Three-point shot off the back of the iron. Ball with a rebound. Jeffries, far side, drives the lane, puts it up and in. Nice move by Casey.
Yeah, beautiful take there. Strong power layup there for Casey Jeffries. She's been frustrated all day because she hasn't been able to make a shot. And when that happens, the best thing to do is to drive to the basket for a layup.
Van Vliet kicks it back out, draws the foul. Foul's on Vermeres.
Not sure about that foul call, John. They kind of sort of bailed out Van Vliet that time.
Yes, I agree. Tiger ball under their own basket, 8:16 left in the game. Tatum, Van Vliet. George, little head fake. Drives, puts the shot up, doesn't go. Rebounded there by Jeffries. Tierman across the midcourt. Little bounce pass. And a double dribble. Misko trying to get a little bounce pass in to penetrate that defense and got called for the double dribble. George in the near corner. George pulls the trigger on a three, in and out. Rebounded by Pringle.
Wow, Megan George actually missed a shot there.
Lewis, turnaround jumper is good. Trina Lewis, the first Jayhawk in double figures today.
Nice little drive there and
yes.
Taking a controlled shot in there and knocking it down. Trina Lewis showing us some definite potential. Oh.
Nice steal by Jeffries. Jeffries lays it up and in. Casey with 4 points here in the fourth quarter. Go ahead.
There you go, Casey. Nice to see her playing well again.
That it is. We have a timeout. 6:55 left to go in the game. It's Grace Christian 72 and the Jayhawks 35. John Arter and Tom Kendra here on MCC TV bringing you Jayhawk basketball. We thank you for joining us today. We have a doubleheader for you. The first game is just finishing. Jayhawk women's team running into a very strong Grace Christian team. It's a Jayhawks first game, as we've mentioned multiple times. But thanks for joining us. We're excited to be back here on MCC TV.
That's right, we sure are. Looking forward to the men's game as well. Seeing what after that once-in-a-lifetime team the men had last year, qualifying for the national tournament. We'll see what Jimmy Booth has for us this year.
Turnaround jumper is good by Borgman. Pass stolen by Libby.
Julia Tierman that time just trying to do a little too much from the point guard position.
Turnaround shot is good by Hook. A timing move there where Hook kind of stepped up in front of the defender, caught the pass, then turned around and had the shot up very quickly.
Yeah. Ashley Hook out of Jenison. She's 6'2". Jayhawks don't have anyone 6 foot or taller. Tallest player being Kenna Vermeres, 5'11".
George with the rebound, leaves it for Van Vliet. Now Libby on the near wing. Pass to Van Vliet. Van Vliet lays it up and in. Tom, you can see Van Vliet, she cut and ran towards the pass instead of waiting for the ball to get to her.
Yep, and as a result, she took it in stride right to the basket and a strong finish. Been very impressed with her.
Yes.
People may remember her out of Fremont, and she's turned into a great college player.
That she has. Miskell. Ball is stripped away. A Jayhawk turnover.
And like you mentioned, John, it's not just the shooting ability. I mean, it's just the court vision, the awareness. And that's something that a veteran team has.
Pass down low. Hook puts it up and in.
There's another example of it right there. Great ball movement. Hook got the ball up high. She doesn't bring it down where they can steal it away from her. She keeps the ball up high. Puts it back in for an easy two.
Tierman a little strong out on the backboard. Tigers rebound, George. Ball nearly stolen away by Lewis as she came charging back to the play.
Great hustle that time by Trina Lewis. Almost got a steal right in the backcourt.
Tiger ball, 4:37 left. Fitzpatrick brings the ball down court. Tatum, ball's tipped away, but maintained by the Tigers, and knocking it down is Alexa Borgman.
I was about to say Jason Cooper getting a lot of his reserves in. There's not a whole lot of reserves on this team with just 9 Jayhawks on the roster.
Jada Reese commits her 5th foul. She'll finish with 3 points. Going to the line is Shayla Arter. Arter misses on the first. Second shot is good. Tatum. Tatum in the near corner. Now drives. 10 on the shot clock. Fitzpatrick puts it in off the glass.
Too easy that time, John. They need to have a hand in her face.
Now Arter. Bowl. Off the back of the iron. Ball goes out of bounds. Off Grace Christian. Jayhawk ball. Miskell is good.
Nia Miskell out of Muskegon finally got one of those shots to go. She's missed a lot of shots just bouncing off on short range. That time she got it to go.
Borgman with the bucket. Fouls on Arter. The line, Borgman trying to complete the three-point play, and she does.
Alexa Borgman was excited there to get a three-point play.
Miskell. Rupert throws the ball up and draws the foul. Fouls Ramirez. Rupert, good on the first free throw. Rupert makes them both.
After today's game, John, the Jayhawks play 3 straight road games against Western Conference opponents, so it'll be interesting to see how they do against fellow two-year schools.
Miskell, too hard. Gets her own rebound, puts the shot up, doesn't go, draws the foul. Yes, it will, Tom. It'll be good to see how they match up there. Even though it's on the road, it'll be a better barometer of league play.
That's right.
Miskell good on the first free throw. Misses on the second. Outlet pass to Rupert. Rupert will slow it down, let the offense set up.
One thing the Jayhawks have to do if they want to win any games, they can't miss as many layups as they've missed today. Wow.
Yes. Turnaround shout does not go for Borgman. Harder working through traffic. Left-hand layup doesn't go. Hook with the rebound, and Miskell reaches in and draws the foul, commits the foul. That's her second. Now Rupert. Ball's tipped out of Fitzpatrick's hands there by Hamer. Hook. Tatum. Good reach in and knocking the ball away was Miskell, creating the steal.
Great defensive play by Miskell. She's played well here in the fourth quarter.
Three-point shot is good by Arter.
Would you expect anything less from someone named Arter?
I have to agree with you. Minute 20 left here. As we have a timeout. Timeout, a minute 20 left. It's Grace Christian, 89, and Muskegon, 42. Tom, a big thank you to the MCC TV crew, our camera person, Eric Taylor, and our director and producer up in the booth, Rod Van Nortwick.
Yeah, they do a great job. They make things easy for us, John. All we got to do is sit down and put on the headset and start gabbing.
Appreciate all you do, guys.
I always say it, but it's such a difference from doing the high school football games that we used to do.
Yes.
Getting into a press box, having to set everything up yourself, and just hope it works. They take that stress away from us.
Yes, they do. Very professional. Yeah, shot by Hook is good, and she draws the foul. Vermeris commits her third foul. Ashley Hook at the line, trying to complete the three-point play. And she does. Hamer cuts across the lane. Now Hamer near side. Shot doesn't go. Fitzpatrick will leave it for Tatum. Tigers slow things down a little bit. Now the drive, puts it up and in. Zion Tatum. Everybody has now scored on the roster.
Yeah, the head coach of Grace Christian, C.B. Long, she's got to be ecstatic with her team's play today. They've done everything well.
Yes, they have. Pass down to Tatum. Tatum will slow it down instead of taking the ball to the bucket. Shot clock is off.
Looks like they might just dribble it out here, John.
That's the class thing to do. And holding on to it is Bailey Fitzpatrick. 3 seconds left. And that'll do it. The buzzer goes off. Our final score, Grace Christian 94, Muskegon 42. Tough game, tough start for the Jayhawks, Tom.
Yeah, I guess we can see already it's going to be a different kind of year for the Jayhawks, a young team, and they ran into a varsity opponent tonight that they just couldn't handle.
There you go, their first game of the year. 94-42, Grace Christian Varsity Tigers defeating the Jayhawks of Muskegon Community College. Stay with us here on MCC TV. We have a start of the men's game about 20 minutes from now. It's 12:40, so right about 1 o'clock we should have the start.